Oh, hey,
Hey,
how's it going, everyone?
we're live.
Yes, we're live.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining. Looks like we have a couple people. We'll probably have a couple more. Um, really excited to announce the new Amazon Alexa Skills Challenge. It's an
Ooh,
opportunity for you to help us invent the future of premium voice content.
nice.
So we're really excited to have launched this. It just started on Monday, on September 9th, and will last for 2 months. So let's dig in and dive in and give everyone an overview of what the challenge is, what you can win, what the prizes are, how to participate. We'll walk through the entire challenge page. To start, go to alexaisp.devpost.com. And another shout out to DevPost, who's helping us host this challenge. All
I'm
right.
going to go ahead and share that link out in the chat.
Perfect.
alexaisp.devpost.com. And I can't see what I'm typing, so...
Give you some more room. All right. So I have here shown for everyone, if you can see, the alexaisp.devpost.com. If you have issues seeing this, ping us in the chat. So overview of what we're doing. If you don't know, building an Alexa skill allows you to reach customers in a new way with voice. Last year, we started to add the ability for you developers to monetize your skills and earn money using in-skill purchasing. In-skill purchasing allows you to sell digital goods and services through your own skill to customers, offering things like gaming and extra subscriptions, one-time purchases, even adding consumables to your skill experiences. For example, a game, you can have multiple lives, and I let customers purchase more lives as they go through the game. Allow them to have subscriptions for some type of service that you're offering in your skill, or use a one-time purchase to purchase and unlock additional game packs, for example, in a skill. And so we want to run a challenge to have you, our developers, help us push the path and explore all the different avenues and opportunities for in-skill purchasing. It's still very much day one in voice. And so we want to lean into you, the entrepreneurs, to invest. And we think this is the right time to put the capital down and get in early in voice and learn how to start to build a business and build premium content on Alexa. We have over 100 million devices with Alexa endpoints right now. So there's a huge opportunity to tap into a ton of customers and reach them in new ways. And so we think this is going to be awesome. Great. So here's an overview of the skills challenge that we're hosting on DevPost. The challenge will have over $120,000 in prizes, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's a lot of capital there.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
So we're really excited to see what you guys build and to share those prizes. So we'll go through all those prizes and available of who can win and how to participate.
Yeah, and I think there's something pretty special also available to the first however many. I think you're going to get there, right?
Right. Oh no, we're going to get there. So to enter the competition, the requirement is pretty simple. It's to build a new Alexa skill with in-skill purchasing and offer content for customers that they can purchase. You can also update an existing skill with in-skill purchasing. However, note that if it's an existing skill, you will have had to add in-skill purchasing during the competition period. So for example, if you built an Alexa skill already and it does not currently offer any in-skill purchasing or premium content, now's a great chance for you to go to your old skills and update them and figure out what's a great idea where you can start serving customers premium content and earn money. So right off the bat, that's really the main requirement here.
So what if I have a skill that already has in-skill purchasing in it and I want to add something new to it as like a new in-skill product? Does that qualify?
Great question. If you have an existing skill that already has in-skill purchasing, it will not qualify for the challenge.
Okay.
But we encourage you to build a new skill and explore different opportunities across the different in-skill purchasing products that you can add to your skill. So, as Justin kind of alluded to, I'm going to jump down to our first prize. So on the DevPost page, we have all our prizes available in the right-hand column for you to see. You can also click on the Prizes tab, which will just show all the different prizes we have with a little more detail. For a high-level quick overview, we'll start with the very first prize, which is the participation prize. So all the way down, we're offering $50 to the first 200 developers that submit and participate for the challenge. What this means is build a skill with ISP and submit that skill to this challenge page via dev post in the submissions portal. You'll get, for doing that, you'll get $50 of an Amazon gift card. First 200 in the US to do so will get $50. For international developers and outside of the US, we're offering you $50 in cash as well, first 200 developers to do so. So a huge incentive for all of you to think about what's a great idea that you have that you can add in-skill purchasing to, or an idea where you want to create a new experience with in-skill purchasing and submit as soon as possible so you can grab $50. Super low-hanging fruit, definitely a great prize. Go get it.
And we just got a question in the chat asking, are skills that ask for donations excluded or included?
So that's a really good question. So currently for in-skill purchasing, you have to offer a free experience as part of the skill and then have premium content within the skill itself. Mm-hmm. Currently, we don't support donations as part of in-skill purchasing. So that wouldn't qualify, unfortunately, but it's a really good question.
So we have another question. Is there a limit to the number of skills that a person can submit?
Also really good question. No, there's no limit in skills that you can submit. Each person is restricted to one prize, but you can submit as many skills as you want and plant all those seeds and see which ones grow. So definitely encourage you to submit as many skills as possible.
Okay. You
would still get only one participation prize, but you could still qualify for all the different prizes that we offer. And so great question that will segue into what are the prizes that we're actually offering? So
yeah, I was going to ask that, like, ooh, if I submit multiple prizes, can I get multiple participation prizes? Like,
that would be great.
You
but
thought of
that. We thought of that, and we're gonna limit it to one because we know some of you out there would definitely publish 50 skills, and they'd be great skills, and they will be great skills. But we have a ton of other developers we want to also support, so
right.
One per person. So leading into the prizes, and then we'll get into more nitty-gritty details about what's the eligibility requirements, where's the availability, etc. So we have a grand prize for the best skill of $15,000. And we are also going to select the top 10 best skills and award them finalist prizes. So out of all the submissions, we'll have 10 finalists. If it wasn't clear, this challenge is available worldwide for any marketplace in any country that currently supports in-skill purchasing. What that means is we have in-skill purchasing available in the United States, in the United Kingdom, in Germany, and in Japan.
Yep.
Those skill stores currently support skills with in-skill purchasing. Now, you can be a developer that's outside of those countries. For example, you could be a developer in France, and you can build a skill and submit it into the US skill store or the UK skill store as part of the competition, and that's totally valid, and
right.
That's eligible.
And that's really awesome, because even if you're in an area that doesn't have ISP yet, you can still build on it and submit a submission to the skills challenge, and you'll also be ahead of everyone when it eventually does come to your market.
Exactly. So out of all the submissions, we're going to select 10 finalists. Out of those 10 finalists, the first 4 will be selected for the best skill in each marketplace with ISP. So we will have the best skill in the US skill store will get $10,000. The best skill in Germany will get $10,000. The best skill in Japan will get $10,000. And the best skill in United Kingdom will get $10,000. So those are the first 4 out of our 10 finalists. The remaining 6 are wildcard finalists. Those skills can be anywhere. They could be selected from the best skills in the US or some in UK or Germany or Japan. So we want to appeal to as many developers and support all our developers globally with this. So we encourage you to submit skills across multiple skill stores so you have a better chance of winning one of our finalist prizes. And so the 6 wildcard finalists, so I will scroll down for that, will receive $5,000 in cash. And as part of our finalist prize, so the top 10 finalists will also all get an invitation to come to Seattle headquarters and visit the Alexa team. So super cool. We're basically in January 2020, we're going to host a special summit on monetization for our top 10 finalists worldwide. And so that's the 4 finalists with the best skills in Japan, US, UK, and Germany, and the 6 wildcard finalists will all get invited for free travel and free stay for a 1-day summit in Seattle headquarters. And so this will be a great opportunity for you finalists to meet all our other finalists who've built these great experiences. You'll get a chance to meet the Alexa team, receive in-depth.
Ben.
Get to meet me. I'll be there. And Justin will be there too.
Yes.
You'll get in-depth feedback on your skills. We'll give you guidance on monetization opportunities. We'll teach you and educate you on what are the best CX practices? How do we decide what's a great skill to market, and what do we think the thresholds for those skills are? So you get a little bit of a peek behind the curtain, and we'll really help you and treat this as kind of a 1-day accelerator to take your skills and help you build the baseline to have a great voice business. And so we're really excited to invite our top 10 developers to come. So as part of the competition, and as we've had in previous skill challenges before, some of you might have seen or known that we've run challenges in the past on the best kid skills, the best multimodal skills. You can submit the skills as an individual, or you can submit the skills as a team as well. So we definitely encourage you to reach out, meet other developers, and submit skills as part of a team and kind of combine your knowledge together. And so out of the top 10 finalists that will come to Seattle, we're also increasing that. So if there's a team of people, say you're an agency or you're a team that already have a team of 4 people, we'll invite 2 people from each finalist winner to come. So a maximum of 20 people will get invited. So we're really, really excited to bring that and bring our developers here to Seattle and work with you guys on really helping us invent the future of premium voice. So enough about that. Let's keep talking about prizes because we love prizes.
Yes, and I think we had a couple more questions come through.
Let's see. So unfortunately, we're getting questions on on eligibility. A little step ahead, but I'll definitely answer those questions. Unfortunately, right now, India and Brazil are not eligible for this challenge. It's very similar to our existing restrictions on in-skilled purchasing. Hey, thanks for joining. Love the cats and love the hearts. So call out to that. So in addition to our top 10 finalist prizes.
There's another question about Canada.
Canada is eligible. However, developers in Quebec are unfortunately not eligible to participate for the prize. That said, we encourage you to build Alexa skills overall. And we look forward to potentially still expanding ISP in the future to these regions that don't currently support it. So getting a question about Mexico. Yes, Mexico, come on, throw your skills into the pile. We'd love to see what you have to build. So great questions on country eligibility. We've included that eligibility for more details. You can always look at the different tabs at the top of the challenge page and click on the rules tab. You can search by country. We have the list of countries that are currently not eligible to participate, as well as all the additional detailed rules of the challenge, the prizes, participation, requirements, etc. All that fun stuff.
And I just sent the dev post page in the chat again. So for those of you who are signing in late and you're just coming along, you can click that link and read along with us as we're going through the challenge and all of the details there. Someone was asking about could a developer in Mexico, Canada, or Brazil, I can't read the rest of it.
Publish a skill store for the prize.
Yes, they can. So the answer to that is like if you, and we talked about this earlier, but if ISP isn't available in your area, but you submit a skill in a store where it is, you're eligible for the challenge.
To a degree, right? Okay. So you could be a developer in France and submit a skill to the U.S. skill store or the Japanese skill store and have it qualify and be eligible for a reward. However, countries that currently don't allow developers to submit an ISP skill, which are Quebec, it's not a country, but Quebec, Brazil, and India are not currently eligible to participate.
I see.
Unfortunately, we're sorry about that, but we really are hopefully looking forward to when we expand ISP to the respective countries there. So going back to the prizes, so we talked a little bit about, for a reminder for everyone, the first 400 developers that submit a skill will get $50 for as a participation prize. And your skill has to be submitted and then certified as part of your submission.
Okay, so that basically means I don't want to wait to the very last minute to submit my skill. I want to give myself some runway for it to be submitted and certified.
Take advantage, get in early. You guys who have come to this kickoff announcement are the early birds, and you guys are the ones that are most primed right now to get the reward prize. So first 400, 200 of those will be in the US, and 200 will be developers outside the US. So submit a skill within skill purchasing, submit it as part of the dev post application, which we'll go through, and have it qualified and published to the skill store, respective skill store where you're publishing, and then you'll qualify for the reward. And the rewards will all be paid out at the very end of the challenge. And as a reminder, the challenge submission period will last from started on Monday and will last all the way until the 12th of November. So anchor yourselves to that date, write it in your calendar, 11/12, November 12th.
If you scroll up, you can point out because they can't see.
There
we go.
There we go. The deadline,
yes,
5
right
p.m.
Put
Eastern
that in your calendar.
Standard Time, November 12th.
Put that in your calendar and have it remind you like every 2 weeks before it's due, right? So that way you're constantly getting nudged like, oh yeah, I got to submit that. Because remember, you got to give yourself some extra bit of time to get it certified.
Yeah.
So.
And so I think we see questions of how many skills have been submitted so far. We already have 227 participants that have registered for the event. You can register by clicking here for the hackathon. In terms of submissions, they will start appearing here in the submissions section. And so you should be able to start to see a count of how many skills and what is being submitted. So in addition to the $50 participation prize and the 10 finalist prize, plus the grand prize of $15,000 for the best worldwide skill with in-skill purchasing, we have a number of bonus prizes. And so I'm going to walk us through all the different bonus prizes that you can also win.
We've hit the bonus round.
So we're offering bonus prizes for the different type of content that you add to your skill. So for example, we have the best premium skill in a games category. So build a great skill that is a really great game experience that offers premium content in some way, whether it's a one-time purchase or a subscription or consumables. And we'll be judging that worldwide across all the different skills. We're also giving a bonus prize to the best agency. So we're going to leverage our traditional and digital advertising partners and give you an opportunity to get a great reward to say you were the best agency that built the best in-skill purchasing skill for Alexa in 2019. So we're really excited to offer that to our agency partners.
That's cool. Do we have any agency people in the chat?
Any reps?
I think we got some other questions here about like deadlines and some things from Lance Dumpling.
Lance Dumpling, great question. So
could read the question.
So the question is, let's say the skill is submitted before the deadline but failed certification. The certification period will actually extend all the way through December 9th. And so that gives us time to go
December
through.
6th on the...
Oh, December 6th. Sorry. Yes. So right here, if you can all see it, certification. Your skills need to be submitted and pass certification by the 6th.
Okay. So you do have a little bit of time, but...
Yes. So your skill needs to be submitted, and you will have the opportunity to go back and forth with certification and make sure it's finalized by the 6th. But you really want to make sure you're ahead of that,
right?
And make sure you don't miss anything.
Because probably what will happen is everyone's going to wait, and then there's going to be this huge wave of ISP-related skills that coincide with the challenge being submitted on November 12th. And so you'll be in this pool, and then there's only so many people being able to like be hands-on and certify the skills that it might get delayed. And so you want to make sure that if you want to just be safe about it, submit before the November 12th deadline.
Submit early, submit quality.
Yes, that's great.
What a great phrase.
Words of wisdom.
Also, 15,000 is a lot of chicken nuggets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very accurate call out over there. I agree. So we have a bonus prize. Each bonus prize will pay $3,000. So we have a bonus prize for the best game skill with in-skill purchasing, the best in-skill purchasing skill made by an agency, and then we have across in-skill purchasing, there are 3 different types of products you can create. You can use a subscription, a one-time purchase, or add a consumable product to your in-skill purchasing. And each of those 3 products will also have their own prize. So the best skill that has the best one-time purchase product, the best subscription product, and the best consumables product, each of those 3 will be rewarded $3,000. We're also looking to find the best skill with multimodal experience. So if you can build a great skill, if you've built one for the multimodal challenge and you haven't added in-skill purchasing to it, is a great time to come back and see what you can do. You've got a head start. So building a skill that works great on screen, great on Fire TV, great on our screen devices, the Echo Show, the V5, all perfect examples of great multimodal experiences you should be leaning into. So those are our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bonus prizes.
That's a lot of bonus prizes.
And there may be more to come.
Ooh.
But I may have said too much. So we'll wait until later.
I don't even know about this one.
It's super secret. I haven't told anyone yet.
Ooh.
Great. So that's a high-level overview of what the challenge is. We're really looking for developers to lean into inventing the future of premium voice content. It's day 1. We've had Mark Cuban. Check out our blogs and content and interviews with Mark Cuban. Really aspirational, where we really see if we're going to build a business today, voice is the place to do that. It's the time for entrepreneurs to get in early and invest and build and reach the over 100 million Alexa-enabled endpoints. Time to reach more. It's a great way to reach more customers. So we really encourage you to think about what a great experience is to build new skills with in-skill purchasing, add in-skill purchasing to your existing skills, and then create those worldwide. Because the more places you publish your skill, the US, Japan, Germany, UK, the more chances you'll have, 1, to win the prizes, and 2nd, you'll be able to reach more customers and generate more revenue as you're reaching broader customer bases. So we highly encourage you to expand your skills and migrate them to as many marketplaces as possible.
Yeah. Somebody did the math. Canyon Ski, Utah. It's 33,407 chicken nuggets if you spend the entire $15K on McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Amazing.
I love it.
So I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into the requirements and the eligibility. So on the DevPost homepage for the challenge, we have a breakout of all the eligibility requirements. So it's open to all developers globally, except the restrictions that were mentioned before. And in order to qualify, you need to add ISP to a new skill, or add it to an existing skill that did not have in-skill purchasing before.
Right.
So that's a really important point to remember.
Right. You can't just add a new product and call it a day. Like, oh, yep, done, submit. Like, no, that's not going to fly.
To clarify, existing skills that already integrate in-skill purchasing are not eligible. But we really encourage you to look for skills that you have already published and add in-skill purchasing to them.
Yeah, because that would kind of, if you think about it from the competition's perspective, it wouldn't be fair to just be like, oh, I'm just going to add a new product, done. Like, you've already built this way before the challenge. The whole idea is you're competing evenly amongst, you have an even amount of time to build this skill with ISP or integrate it into an existing skill. So
great. And as with our previous challenges, you also have to submit a video demonstration and written detailed description of the skill and the in-skill products. So in your submission, you'll submit the skill and you'll have a written paragraph which will describe what the skill is. What's the name of the skill? How do you invoke it? What does the skill do? And then also have a description really clearly of what is the premium offering that you're adding to your skill? What can customers purchase? How much does it cost? What's the value add? What makes this a really compelling product for customers to purchase and a great premium experience? Also include different names. What is the name of the actual in-skill product that's included in your skill? And how do you even purchase it? We highly recommend and we do this for all skills with premium content, to add an intent to support the utterance, what can I buy? So when a customer comes into your skill, they have a way to discover the premium content that's in your skill. And we, when we're testing your skill, have a really easy time finding what's the premium product and offering that you've built and included. So that's in your written paragraph. And you'll also need to add a video that shows you interacting with the skill and a demo purchase and demo use of the in-skill product available.
So don't underestimate how much time it's going to take to produce that video. I've been at live hackathons and where you have to submit a video, and some people don't really put much time into it, or they don't really highlight the best parts of the skill, and so you just want to make sure that you put some time and effort into your video as well.
Put yourselves in the customer's shoes and walk yourselves through the experience of using your skill and making that purchase, and then using that premium content that you've added. So if you can do that, that would be fantastic. We also ask that as part of our eligibility, all descriptions on DevPost submissions are written in English. You can absolutely include a translation in the local language. For example, if your skill was submitted in Japan, you should be in Japanese and support the local language market. But in your submission content, we ask that you also translate it to English.
Submission content, by that you mean through DevPost,
not through DevPost, correct.
In the skill store. The skill store is going to be in the languages that you would normally expect them to be, but what we're talking about here specifically is the DevPost submission.
Correct. So you're a developer in Japan, for example, and you build a great Japanese skill within skill purchasing. That is in the Japanese language. When you go to submit your skill on the DevPost application, you'll need to include all that information in English. And you can also include a translation in Japanese as well.
Cool. All right. We had a couple more questions in here. What was it here? Is it possible, this was from Lance Dumpling, to be selected for the best US product and also be the best multimodal? Like, can you get a bonus as well as being the top skill in a market?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So you can double up you can get a bonus if you've received the first. Like if you, for example, say you were the best in the German store, and then you could get the bonus.
Yeah, and all that is available in the rules here.
Okay.
So we have this lovely, long description of all the deeper details into the eligibility requirements, into submission requirements of exactly what do you need to submit, how do you register. So all the details can be found. We definitely don't have time to go through all of them, but I highly recommend, once you're interested, just take a breeze through the rules and see what the requirements are.
And look at that. Now we have 229 participants. It was 227 when we started.
Hey, so. For everyone that's on right now, if you have not registered, just click that button, register for this hackathon. It takes seconds to register. And then get ahead and start building your skill.
We already got 2 new people already on stream.
Yeah.
So
awesome, guys.
I expect that to keep going up as we refresh the page.
So let's go down to the requirements. So as we were talking about, if there's anything you need to look at, it's this section of the page. Your submission package needs to include the skill description, a video demo, and information about your skill and your in-skill product that you're offering. And it needs to be submitted to DevPost by November 12th at 5 p.m. Your skill needs to have been submitted both to DevPost and on the Alexa skill store by November 12th in order to participate. And your skill will have needed to pass certification by December 6th. Now, we will in December, before end of December, review all the skills and announce the top 10 finalist winners on a live stream event.
Ooh.
Super exciting.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
And we'll have announced all prize winners in early January for all the bonus category prizes, the participation prizes, and we'll have finalized our grand finalized prize winner as well. So we have 2 months. Sounds like a lot of time. It is not.
No.
We highly recommend
start today.
Now.
Start right now.
Start today.
Put us on in the background, listen to us, and start designing your skill.
Yeah. So start today. Think about what you want to build. And remember that the participation prizes are first come, first served for $50. So that should be an incentive to get in gear and start building and submitting your skills. Great. And so high level again over the main requirement is you need to build and publish a new skill and add in-skill purchasing, or update an existing skill with in-skill purchasing. And you have to do that within the submission period from September 9th until November 12th. So that's when you need to build the skill.
Right. And that ties into somebody's question. Gold Zulu said, my skill with ISP is about to get certified. Am I still eligible? And that would probably be dependent upon when the skill was originally submitted. So if it was submitted on September 9th and it's about to be certified, then yes, it would be eligible, right? But if that was submitted like last week before the challenge was announced, then
Correct.
It wouldn't be eligible.
And you'll also need to have included a dev post submission as well for this.
And so with that, like the dev post, that's separate from submitting
Correct.
the skill through certification. When you submit your skill through certification, though, do you have to indicate that it's for the challenge?
You don't.
Okay.
You don't. You just need to submit your skill separately through DevPost. So you need to submit your skill in two different places. One, you need to submit it as regularly to the Alexa Skill Store in the US, UK, Germany, or Japan, or all of them, as many as you want. And then you need to also submit your application on DevPost with a description and a video as part of your application page.
I see. Okay.
And so you can do that on the application tab at the very top. So once all the submissions come in and all submissions have been finalized and certified, we'll have a really great panel of judges that will review all the content and decide the winners to be announced at early January 2020. So sounds like a long time from now, but again, the time to start is now. Mark Cuban said that too, I think. So
yes.
Definitely time to get a head start.
So we had another question from Jeff PF or SF. I want to read that as Jeff FPS. I don't know why, but it says, suppose you submit your skill and then improve it. Can you submit the updated skill? So
sure, absolutely. We will be judging the skills after the final certification period. So, for example, if you submit your skill in September and then you make updates before the final submission time of 11/12, November 12th, we will review your skill at the very, very end in December when we're deciding winners to be announced in January. So you do have time. We highly recommend that your skill is purchasable. And we will be reviewing submissions ongoing as well to see, do they really meet the bar for a skill within skill purchasing as well. And that will also get validated in the certification process as well. So keep that in mind. That's a really, really good question, by the way.
Yeah.
So how are we actually judging the skills? Like, this is probably one of the most important questions that will be asked. So we have the bonus prizes. We have the finalist prizes, which give an indication of, the type of content that will qualify for prizes. But overall, for in-skill purchasing, we're looking at four main variables. We're looking at the quality of the idea and the premium content offering. How novel is the voice experience that you're offering? Always a great question. How much are you inventing the future of premium voice? The quality of the user experience is paramount. Is this a great experience for customers? Are you offering something that customers will be delighted by and that they're now paying for? Keep in mind that if you're updating an existing skill, you're now adding content that's customers will need to pay for that was previously free. Right. So you need to really demonstrate the value add for the customer in your experience.
And part of that quality of the user experience, one of the things in the list up there says, including the offer, upsell, and purchase experience. You want to make sure that you put some care into how you upsell and how often you upsell and when you upsell to your customers. Just one thing that you want to be, nobody likes a persistent salesperson that comes up to you and just keeps like offering stuff at you that you're not interested in. So you just want to make sure that like you're thinking about like and how you're going to surface those upsells and when, and make educated guesses as to, oh, my customer has interacted with my skill a bunch of times and they've been playing this game and I have add-on packs for them. I'm going to surface that upsell after they complete, or maybe they've played the game 4 times. Then now I'm going to start. Now I know that they're hooked. I'm going to start offering them stuff. But if they say no, then I'm going to not pester them, but maybe come back the next day. They come back and ask them again. But don't overdo it, because nobody likes a persistent salesperson.
Exactly. So imagine an iOS app, for example, that constantly upsells you every 5 seconds or every time you use the app to upgrade to a premium subscription. That's not a great customer experience. No. And so have that mental model when you're also building your skill voice experience as well. Third, we're going to be looking at the potential impact of the idea. How much does it move the needle? How useful is it to customers? What's the earning potential of the skill over time? What's the capability of taking this idea and growing it into a future voice business? So think about the long-term value and long-term perspective of your skill, because we will absolutely be thinking of how are you and your skill inventing the future of premium voice content. And lastly, we're going to look at the quality of the submission package. As Justin mentioned before, you really want to make sure that your video clearly showcases your skill and walks us through the skill experience of using the skill, purchasing the product, and then using that premium content as well.
Yeah.
And so make sure your video material is easy to follow.
Yes. I'd recommend try to keep it short, less is more, and focus on the parts that make your skill unique and shows the best parts of interacting with it, and also your upsells and how you're surfacing that material. And also just try to be try to make it interesting too, because we're going to be watching a lot of these videos.
Yes. And also make sure your description paragraphs that describe the skills are well written and clearly describe what the skill is, what is the premium product called, how do you invoke it, how do you buy it, and what does it do? What's the value that you're offering customers? So really make sure that the submission package is quality content.
Yes.
Great. So we've gone over the overview, invent the future of premium voice. We've gone over the prizes. We have participation prizes for the first 400 developers, $50. We have 10 finalists that will win $5,000 and more. Plus, they'll get invited to Seattle headquarters to meet the Alexa team and have an exclusive finalist summit. We'll also have, from those 10 finalists, a grand prize winner to win $15,000 and get a grand prize trophy. Amazing.
Ooh, trophy.
Yeah. Imagine telling people that you built the best premium voice experience on all of Alexa.
Yeah.
That's a LinkedIn resume.
Yeah, that's bragging rights. That's
just
really
put it
something
right at the
special. It's
top.
like, I invented the future
of voice. Yeah. And we'll also have 6 bonus prizes for different content, from the best games experience to the best subscription, one-time purchase, consumables, and more. So definitely take a look at the prizes. You can see them on the right-hand column of the DevPost challenge page, or you can click in the prizes tab, which actually has all the prize information here with a little more detail on all the prizes available.
Yeah, and the grand prize, it does actually say that there's a physical trophy, right? It's not a digital thing.
We will get you that trophy. Now, the 2 other things to keep in mind are as the challenge progresses during this 2 months, we'll be posting updates on the updates thread. So make sure you register so that you get prompted about the updates that are happening for the challenge.
We're at 230.
Wow, guys, rock out. So we'll have new announcements that come, advice, guides, best practices added here, reminders for you that the deadline is coming, participation prizes are running out. So, keep following for the updates. Make sure you register.
This will be the heartbeat of the challenge.
And if we add a new prize,
Ooh. Oh, that's right.
Where are you going to find out about it?
You alluded to a prize.
Right
are you going to talk about that today? Or is it?
No.
Okay.
What extra prize are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That's my question. I want to know. You're the one who teased it earlier.
We also highly recommend, if you want to get started, go to the resources tab. We've aggregated all this great information to help you get started step by step of building a skill. So we have content here that says, what makes a great premium skill? How are you helping your customers get their money worth? How are you offering a really great customer experience? And then how are you also providing a great free experience? So one thing with in-skill purchasing is that we require that you still add some free content for the customer to explore and use the skill, where then you also offer premium content for the customer to get more out of the experience. As a highlight, we also have what actual in-skill products can you add to a skill?
Yes.
As mentioned before, we offer 3 types of in-skill purchasing products. You can add a consumable. This is content that a customer can buy and then use and deplete and then repurchase more. Great example would be a trivia skill that has lives or questions or a game. You can, Mario, for example, you can buy more lives so the game, you can keep playing and the game doesn't end.
And one thing that to consumables specifically, and this is part of the overall like best practices when doing that, if you have a skill that offers free versions of hints, like say in this trivia example, we have free hints and also premium hints, you need to clearly communicate with your customer when they're using a free hint versus when they are using a premium hint. So if, for example, they have a bank of free, like say they have 3 premium hints and 1 free hint, and they say use a hint, you need to be very clear that, okay, I'm using your free hint. Would you like to use it? And then if they don't have any free hints left and they're using, so like, okay, if you use this hint, you're going to have 2 left. Would you like to go ahead and use it? Or you can just, you just want to make sure that anything that they spent money on or that's going to be consumed, like you don't just use it without asking. Like you just want to make that confirmation. So that's something to think about with consumables.
Yeah, absolutely. So make sure again that you're offering a really great customer experience on voice. We also offer, besides consumables, we offer subscriptions. So you can build a subscription into your skill that allows customers to pay either weekly or monthly, however determined by you, fee to unlock content. Yes. And then we also offer one-time purchases.
One thing I want to add on to subscriptions is that one of the requirements for having a skill with in-skill purchasing is you have to have some free content if you plan to offer premium content. With a subscription, you can offer a free trial as a way how to adhere to that requirement that you offer free content.
Exactly.
And if you do that, though, you still want to think about your customer experience and make sure that, like, when the person goes to use the skill for the first time, you don't just go, "Oh, sorry, you don't have a subscription. Sorry, see you later." Like, you need to think about how that's going to work into the user experience. Maybe you give them a little bit of information, or you tease what your content is, because you have a limited amount of time that you can show the value that you're going to provide, and so
exactly.
you just put some time and thought into the user experience if you're going to offer a free trial as a way how to with a subscription.
And free trials are a great opportunity to explore using a subscription product.
Yes.
And lastly, we also offer one-time purchases. So this allows you to offer a single purchase for a customer to unlock content forever that they can use in perpetuity. So those are the 3 product offerings that you can use with a skill for in-skill purchasing. So in terms of resources, if you were learning and want to know how to get started on this, and maybe you're not as familiar, we have a lot of guides here in the resources tab of the challenge page. So highly recommend that you download this Make Money Through In-Skill Purchasing guide. There it is. If you download that guide, it's on our Make Money Through In-Skill Purchasing page on the Alexa Skills website. The guide has all this details on what are the products you can offer, what are the best practices, what are great examples that have skills that have already added this. So highly recommend to start there. If you want to dive deeper into the code and actually get a sample to start with, we have a couple sample skills for you to reference on GitHub. So we have a premium Hello World skill and a premium fact skill, which is an example of an intermediate code example that shows you how do you implement a one-time purchase, subscriptions, and consumables all within one skill. And that might have not been called out, but you're able to add multiple in-skill products into a
Yes.
single skill.
Yeah, but it's not a requirement that you use all three. It's not a requirement that you use two of the three. Like you could just do one
Exactly.
particular thing and do it really well, or you can offer everything. You could pick two. Like it's up to you how you what premium content you decide to offer.
Exactly. So highly encourage you to use these as templates if you're not familiar, to learn more about how to implement in-skill purchasing across a skill. They're great examples to start with.
Yes, but don't just submit the GitHub
Correct.
sample code as your skill, because that's not.
If you were to just try to submit the premium fact skill, it would not pass certification. So unfortunately, that's not an easy way to get the $50 participation prize. Sorry to burst the bubble there.
Yeah, no gaming the system.
No gaming, yeah. So we are looking for that. We are, again, as we mentioned, judging on how creative your examples are, how they push the boundaries as well. We have a number of different developer documentation as well for you to reference. We have an in-skill purchasing overview, all the FAQs you might have, and then different documentation on all these step-by-step instructions of how to add a skill, in-skill purchasing to a skill, how to do so across multiple languages. Again, as mentioned, you can be eligible to submit a skill in any marketplace that supports in-skill purchasing: the US, UK, Germany, and Japan. And so the more places you submit your skills to, the more chances you have to win. Remember, our top 10 finalist prize includes the best skills in US, UK, Germany, and Japan. So if you have a really great skill idea, figure out and use our resources to learn how do you actually migrate and build your skill in different languages and different locales, so you have better chances to win the prizes. So highly encourage you to plant as many seeds as possible. Again, yes. Limit one reward per person, per applicant. But you have more chances with the more skills that you build and submit. We also, please check out our blogs. We have a number of blogs that go over things like, what are the best practices in the customer experiences to build? How do you get your skill qualified for Amazon promotion? We've provided guidelines that we think are important before we market skills to our customers. So this blog here is a really great way for you to benchmark, where does your skill need to be to qualify for Amazon promotion, which is a great benchmark to think about. What are the skills and reference points we'll be looking at when we judge your skills at the end of the submissions period? And as part of that, we offer guidance on how do you optimize your upsell. So as Justin mentioned before, you want to be really graceful in how you handle upselling your premium content to customers. Yes. You don't want to overhit them with too many upsells, which becomes really annoying. It's a bad customer experience.
Yeah, would you like to buy some bananas?
Maybe later. And then upsell me again, and then I get frustrated.
How about those bananas?
Yeah. What would I do? I would turn Justin off.
So what about those bananas? Do you still want to buy them?
They're free.
Okay.
We give our campus gives them out for free. So free bananas in Seattle. So definitely reference this guide on how do you optimize your upsell? How do you look at your skill metrics and decide where do you place your upsell inside the skill experience? And what's the best practices for how frequently are you going to be upselling your customers about the premium content that's available for purchase?
And so we had a question back and forth going with Ricardo AM20 about...
We're in doubt to developers. So let's see. The question is, are developers in Brazil eligible to participate? Unfortunately, for this challenge, developers in Brazil and India and Quebec are not eligible to participate in the challenge. So really sorry for that, but we hope to encourage you to still build Alexa skills and look forward to the potential expansion of in-skill purchasing as it continues to grow in different countries.
And somebody said something about, I can't see the rest of the question because of the monitor, but about Echo Auto.
Echo Auto. So great questions. Little unrelated to the challenge, but let's take a look. So, it looks like people are finally getting Echo Autos. Great.
Yeah, I actually got my email this morning that I'm eligible now. So
great.
I haven't clicked on anything because I'm working, but
I've been looking forward to getting mine.
Yeah.
I think that would be awesome. Great. Also, check out our developer forum, by the way. It's a great place to add your comments and questions and requests to the developer forum board, and also hear the voices of the other developers in the community. We also have a discussions all the way at the very top. We have a discussion section here. So if you have questions or comments, or you want to bounce around ideas, we want this to be as collaborative as possible as well. So think of this as a challenge and a way for you to meet other developers, maybe build a team together and build a great skill experience and submit it together as a team. So definitely leverage the discussion section for any questions you have, and we'll go through those and make sure we answer questions. Now, if you have more deeper questions that you want on skill building or in-skill purchasing questions, maybe you're struggling to implement subscriptions or one-time purchases into your skill, we also have office hours regularly handled by Justin and a number of other great folks on our team. And Justin, you can tell more about developer office hours,
Sure.
where they should go, when they happen.
Yes. But before we do that, there was another follow-up on the question about the Brazil, Quebec, and India. Are they eligible to submit even if they put their skill in a different store? So like, can a developer from India, Quebec, or Brazil submit in the US store and be eligible for the competition?
Currently, they're not able to. So currently, if you are a developer, for example, in India, and you try to build and submit an Alexa skill within skill purchasing to the US skill store, the skill is not actually able to be published. And so unfortunately, you're not able to participate in the skill challenge at this time.
Okay. All right. And
another question. How are the skills being judged? Only from the video, or are you going to actually use the skill?
I saw that.
Really great question.
Yeah, that's a really good
So
one.
we're not just going to look at your submission. The question was, how are skills going to be judged? So let's go to the homepage, and we're just going to scroll down to the judging criteria. So as mentioned before, we have 4 criteria that we're going to review, but we're not going to solely review the submissions package. So we're not only going to consider your video and your skill information. We're going to try the skill ourselves. And we're going to also look at skills, for example, and see, what does usage look like? What does conversion look like? What's the potential for growth for this skill? So we'll also be testing every skill that gets submitted as part of this challenge, and judging them on a skill-by-skill basis. So hopefully that answers the question.
Yeah, so it's not just your video. We're also going to look at your skill, but you want to make sure that your video is of good quality and really demonstrates what you want. It's your chance to basically like sell us and pitch us what you've made and demonstrate the quality of your skill.
Yeah, think of this as Shark Tank.
Yeah,
but with skills.
Yeah, and I also wanted to bring up the office hours because we kind of
office hours are great.
So yes, office hours. We do that every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. So if you're on the East Coast, that's what, 4, right? 1 plus 3.
Yeah, it's 4.
I'm not going to do the math for all over the world, but because I know this is an international and global challenge. So just go to your favorite time converter and figure out what time you need to tune in, but it's
but also for our international developers, particularly those submitting skills to Germany or to Japan, the local teams will also have their own office hours in the local language to also help you as well. So particularly Japan. So more to come with details on support for that, as well as Germany.
And in fact, we do those office hours right here on Twitch. So if you're not following us, now's the time that you should follow us here / Amazon Alexa, and you'll be notified every time we do office hours. So when we start to stream, you can tune in and bring your questions specifically related to ISP and any questions that you may have for the challenge. And someone will be able to assist you during the office hours. If it's not myself, it'll be somebody else on our team and on our international evangelist team. So
great.
A lot of people that can come help you through the power of the internet.
Are you able to scroll down? It looks like we might have a couple more questions. Let's see. All right. All right, all. So let's see. We have 231. Wow, we've had a couple more
Yeah.
participants register.
We started with what, 227?
226 today. So again, for everyone that's on right now, register for the
Yes.
hackathon. Just click this big
Just
green
click that
button
big
right
green
here
button.
and register and participate. You'll be updated of all the different updates that happen as the challenge goes forward. For example, best practices, guides, new announcements, new prizes getting added, timelines, and we're also there to help answer questions you have. You can add them to the discussion section as well. So definitely, if you haven't registered for the hackathon yet, click the register button and get started today.
Yes.
Another reminder, again, the participation prize is first come, first serve.
Yes, $50.
So
That's pretty great.
get on it. All right. So we have remaining 2 minutes left. We'd love to answer any last questions that you have, but to get started, go to alexaisp.devpost.com to enter and join the Alexa Skills Challenge for in-skill purchasing and help us invent the future of premium voice content. So we really can't wait to see what you build.
Yeah.
All right. Remember the key dates. Submit your skill by November 12th to enter the challenge and enter to win for a chance of over $120,000 in prizes, plus invitation to come to Seattle and meet us, the Alexa team, and get a whole summit for our top 10 finalists on monetization opportunities, feedback with our teams on improving your skills, and how to grow a business on voice.
I had a question about upcoming events.
Yeah, so we will be updating the updates tab with future events that are coming on for ISP specifically. So stay tuned. There's always more to come. And I think you guys will be super excited about what we have in store for you. And we're also excited to see what you guys do and build. All right. Great.
Okay.
Well, thanks everyone for
Yes.
joining. Again, for any other questions, join the Alexa Dev Post page for the challenge and add questions to the discussions and visit our resources. But the challenge is starting now. Get started and help us invent the future of premium voice.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in.
Thank you.